I conclude saying that though it's not the least in the future, I'll talk a lot about my life and how I live and what I'm doing to sustain my life. So by this time, actually, what I'm doing here, only that I'm serving God. But I do have problems. But if I have problems, I served many presidents to their throne, like during the time of Obote. We are the one who brought him back to Uganda after being chased away at the post, and went away, fled away to Tanzania, and remained there for 8 years, and we came back with him, clutching him as eggs. Then after which Obote also went back to hide out. Then I served during that time when Museveni was coming in force, forcing Uganda, President Obote to chase him away. So if I serve to those people, and up to this moment are still surviving, though some of them have already passed away, but there are people are there, they are eating, they are doing their things well, they are doing business. Me, I'm not having any strength even to stay, even to remain. For myself, I'm just being discouraged. Though I can't discourage people who are now vying to go to the army, not at all. But during that time, our period, our presidents forgot us. Struggling to survive, just to survive. But not as abreast or equal to my work that I did. If I did good, and now I'm living badly, in a worsened situation, perilous situation, wretched situation. How? But I know that what I'm talking about cannot irritate anybody to discourage you to go to the army, not at all. Our nation, our Rwanda here, is not the former Rwanda, the former nation that we served. Now people are now living in a good manner, and their leadership, and they're doing well. More than us, more than our president, more than our leaders who led us from that time. I'm called Murindwa Francis. I was born in 1959 in the country called Burundi. My father went to Burundi. Before he went to Burundi, he came to Rwanda. He is a Ugandan from the tribe of Bagisu. But during that time, people were coming to Rwanda, to elsewhere, because there were no borders during that time. So they were coming here to work and go back in the diaspora. Normally, as you know, that diaspora people are coming, they live together, just as the Indians and the Arabs and many others. So he became married to a Rwanda. They met together here. They loved each other because my father was a driver. Yeah, they call it a chauffeur. They married together. Then I was born in 1959, as I've just said. We're in Burundi. How? In Rwanda, there were scams of conflict. One tribe was killing another tribe. So during that time, my mother was in the situation of pregnancy. I was just still not in the womb of my mother. I was not yet born. As you know that she was pregnant, and she was now carrying me in her womb. So during that time, the scams of that conflict caused my mother to deliver in the camp of refugees. As they told my father told me, it was called in Ngozi. where in the outskirts of Ngozi refugee camp. People are from Congo, from Uganda, from Rwanda. Most of the people were from Rwanda, because as you know that we are trapped, merchants in, and many villagers were just running away, coming to Burundi, who they came to sought an asylum there. And in Burundi, in 1963, also, they erupted another conflict, just as in Rwanda. This Batusi and Bahutu. My father was several times they wanted to kill him because he was, as you know, that Bagisu, as you know, Bagisu are the people typical are from Ethiopia. So they resemble Banyarwanda. They resemble Somalis. So my father was just a slender person, black, with the black hair. So whenever you see him coming across me, say that this is an Somali or Arabs. So they were misunderstanding my father because he was working to Arabs. During one day, he was on his way. They trapped him, they wanted to kill him. When he came back home there, he took us in the night. He fled to Tanzania from Burundi. In Tanzania, we were taken to a place called Ruyenzi there, in Tanzania, refugee camp. By then, Mia was a very small little boy, as you know that, very little child. As they narrated me, they telling me that we went to the camp. We stayed there for almost 2 months because my father was not as typical as Munyarwanda, but he was married to Munyarwanda, and he was skilled only in mechanics, as you know. Most Ugandans knows mechanics and the driver. The work that my father was taking. Then he went to the Tanzania labor work. They gave him a trucker driver. Then from then, I was brought up in Tanzania, and in 1970, Tanzania gave an asylum from the people who were coming from elsewhere to be naturalized, including my father. They gave him a naturalized as a citizen. So he became a citizen of Tanzania. But by what? By some agreement, as you know, that they cannot be given a citizen without having sort of agreements. They bought to be naturalized. So my father stayed in Tanzania to the moment when he died recently as a Muzei. Yeah. So myself and my mother and my family became Tanzanians just like that. Yeah. Then in 1977, between 1970 to 1971, as a primary school, I started primary school 70, primary 6, primary 7, 76. Then I finished. Finishing that school, Uganda had a problem. By what? Tanzania. He had a problem with Tanzania, as I mean here, because in Uganda, there were a person called Obote, Dr. Milton Obote, was deposed and fled to Tanzania. He was a friend of Tanzanian president. So as you know that one president who being scooped from one country to go to another country, and his cliques or his friends and his army and his people and his colleagues, his tribes, because Obote is is a northerner from Lango. Then he fled with his entire army, who were his tribe of Lango. So they came to Tanzania. So Obote, now Amin was a major general who deposed what Idi Amin, meaning who toppled Idi Amin. So they had tussle or conflict between Tanzania and Uganda for 8 years, from 1970 to 1978. So Tanzania had a conflict, every year conflict. There were some sort of wars, like as you know that in Goma, like Tshisekedi is vying to fight with the Rwandese for the political reasons. Just because he is backing Interahamwe, and here are not even accepting that Interahamwe who butchered people here alive. The friend went to Zaire. So there should be misunderstanding, because the one who keeps your enemy is also your enemy. So Uganda and Tanzania become enemies like that, just like that. So Tanzania had a lack of what? Had a lack of skilled people. Tanzania had a lack of skilled people, and inclusive engineers, inclusive military officers, inclusive and many departments. So they recruited people. So I am among the people who were recruited during that time. Yeah. Because when I finished my primary school, I didn't pursue my secondary school. I went to the army. How did I left the army? It was due to on my own consent. It is just like to be forced to come out from the army, because the army was corrupt. How? Me, I was they confiscated my salary, 12 months salary. During that time, as I've said, that it took me 2 years there in Uganda, serving Uganda as a Tanzanian. When I came back from Tanzania, normally when a askari or a soldier coming from the mission, you have to pay him, or you have to pay him with his dues, his salary. They give me one salary, one year salary, and telling me that you just go home, and when you come back from the leave, we shall fulfill your salary, that remaining salary, of which I never even received up to the moment when I left the army. That's what caused me to be furious. This is not army. I went to the war. I fought there, trading there. They had taken my money, deceiving me. Then I went away. I fled the army. Or I quitted the army. My serious, I quit the army, they remained there. The place where I was just working, because when I came back from Uganda, my battalion then was moved from Muleba, Biaramu to Muleba to the place called Sengerema. Sengerema is the outskirts of Mwanza. This is the place where I was just working as my station. My battalion was there. Then I was just sitting there in the army, having no salary, demanding my salary, asking my salary. Whom can I ask my salary? Quartermaster. Paymaster. Paymaster said that he said that to the other paymaster. Like that, just like that. So I left the army in that reason. And I quitted. Normally, Tanzania, when you quit the army, they find you. They ransack you. If they get you, they take you to the prison. 3 months, and they expel you. Me now, I knew that if I'll be fired from the army, I have to serve 3 months in the prison. So me, I went somewhere in Nyarugusu minerals, where the Nyarugusu is the outskirts of Sengerema, where people are going to find some gold. So I found my colleagues there, Almasi, Peter Almasi, and Claudi. They also acquitted, we have put in the Fred Army. They went away, they ran away to the Machimboni. Then I followed them. I knew the place where my colleagues are. Then I went there, they received me. It took me 1 year. So just if 1 year, then they said that 3 months absent without leave, they chase you away. Then the information coming from leaking from the army. I had my colleagues there in the army who were supporting me. They said, "Hey, you have been chased away." Hey, yeah. Normally when they chase away, even if you pass there before, behind the barracks, nobody can take you because you are no longer as in Serikali. That's why Tanzania, the laws are so. From that time, I was just discouraged because I came out from the army having no preparation, then no profession, no good education, know what to do. Then I find that let me do some business, let me little business, buying what charcoal, selling bananas, go in there, find some food, some fish, and I sell to become to be a merchant, local merchant, just as a hawkers. Yeah, during that time period, our president was Mwinyi, because Nyerere have already left. Very few months, then Mwinyi was taking the throne from Yoweri. Abdication. Yoweri was abducted always, already going to another side to rest. Then Mwinyi became our president. I was born in 1959, as I said, and I joined the army in 1977. I had 17 years during that time. The reason to join the army, we are not conscripted, but we went to the army voluntarily. Me, as a primary level, I had no time to be officers from there. So we joined as volunteers. Normally volunteers, you had no pay. We are paid very little money, just as pocket money. But after which we took 2 years serving the army. So I served 2 years. Prior to my recruit, I went to the engineer course, field engineer course, the place called Sanga, 6 months. Then as we came back, we are on the mission of going to Uganda. Then when we went to, the war started in 1977, October, during the rainy season. Me, I was the field engineer squadron in the place called Biharamulo. And the commander was called Allen Mwakamyanda was our commander. My colleagues in the army, I don't know whether they're still alive, was Bakari Murisho, and Emmanuel Murisho. There were 2 brothers, and Johnny Shogura, and many others, many young people. I don't know whether they're still alive. As you know, there are so many years. Obote has taken a lot of years. Then we went to the war. My brigade command was John Wade. Our task to the brigade was to, as an engineer, normal engineer, their task or their mission is to demolish and to plant mines or explosives, to build bridges and to repair bridges. During that time, as you know, we had our bridge of Kiaka Bridge was just broken by the army. So we built and improvised the bridge using better bridges. It took us 5 days bridging the gap. Then we fought Idi Amin soldier coming to Minziro, coming to Mutukula, and going to Chotera Masaka Mpigi. Others went to Entebbe, and we had the mission to go to the city. Our brigade commander, as I said, was John Awardin. Our brigade number was 205. Then Mia was stationed there. Many soldiers, many other battalions went to the north, to Mubende, to Masindi, and to Lira, and other accomplished their mission because Idi Amin was fled now, defeated. When Idi Amin was defeated, and Uganda was deposed by the cliques or by the peoples who were against Amin, the one who we supported, of Nure and the cliques and his colleagues. We were the people who were from Tanzania, who supported Obote back to the throne. Our mission was to retrain soldiers of Uganda back to their work. So we had to stay there for a while. My mission was to stay there 2 years. It took me to stay there in Uganda 2 years, training others, recruiting others, and guiding the city, making barracks and roadblocks. Roadblocks, surveilling the city, keep it cool and to keep it calm. Then in 1980, my mission was accomplished. I came back to Tanzania, and during that time, as you know, that Museveni and his group was just mushrooming against the Obote. There were Obote 1. Obote 1 is during the Obote time when he was deposed by Amin and went to Tanzania. Obote 2, this is the second time now Obote was coming back by Tanzanians who supported him. So Museveni, he was the one who came to defeat Obote 2, fighting his army, unskilled army, old people, like myself here. And you take me to the front. I can't even run with the people who are very still young. So Museveni had skilled boys and people who were skilled, educated, courageous, optimistic with what they were taking. So he defeated Obote. Obote came back to Tanzania. He ran through Mutukula. And then Obote came to Tanzania. I think that he remained, the army, his entire army remained in Uganda, mushrooming by or led by the late Colonel Tito, who led Uganda for a few days, and he was unskilled, as you know that. He was not going to lead Uganda, because Uganda people are educated, massive writer. They want a person who is skilled like Museveni to rule the people, who knows politics. This Muzei he had no capacity to rule Uganda, but it was just a scarecrow of Obote to keep him there, just as his person there, just because he had nothing there. Then a colonel also he fled away to Tanzania after being deposed by Yoweri Museveni with his boys who were very, very powerful and strong. I came out from the army in 1977. The reason, as I've said, was because I was badly paid, because the army was just corrupt. You would go to ask your salary, nobody would ask. Then I came out. And during that time, as you know, that it was a corrupt Tanzania, typical corrupt. Because in Tanzania, just as one time it happened even in Kenya, whereby general can conscript soldiers without the army knowing that, having the knowledge of how many soldiers are there. So there were what they call these ghosty figures, ghosty soldiers. People have already died, but their salary is still coming out. So during that time, for us who were serving, that was just in scams of what? Scams of that problems. Then I went out from the army during that time of what? Of Mwinyi. Mwinyi is a second president after Yoweri was abducted. And they come to be Mwinyi was a second president. During that time is when myself, I quitted the army.
How Tanzania was joined Tanganyika and what?
Yeah, united.
Yeah.
Tanganyika and Zanzibar. What is Tanganyika? In Kiswahili, Tanganyika, Tanganyika. Tanganyika is Nika is plain where you find animals there. In Kinyoli there, amashamba. Sasa Nika, that is Nika of Tanga. When Wazungu came from America, from where they came to Tanga. Tanga is a place, is a region. Normally Tanga was typically known from the time of Portuguese, from the time of Indians, from the time Arabs, from the time of German. Tanga was typically known for its welcoming. People, they are welcoming, charming and welcoming. They are so Minazi, this coconut trees. So Tanga, Nika. Nika is ubutayu, cyangwa se avuga hanahara amashamba meza. Tanganyika. Oh, they are Tanganyika. Tanganyika, where they are? This Tanganyika. It is become a typical name of Tanzania. Tanganyika. So Zanzibar is an island. Zanzibar, in short, that is an island of Zanzibar. Is a combination of people from what? From Arabs who descended from Arab to that Zanzibar, and other people who came from Bagamoyo, who came from Mozambique, other people who came from Tanzania mainland, other people who came from Congo, about Manyema. Those people who went there as a slave, they were sold to Zanzibar to be taken to another nation like Cuba, like America. Yeah. But their market where people are sold is Bagamoyo. Bagamoyo. The meaning of Bagamoyo is Bwaga Moyo. Gusuka umutima. Bwaga is poor. Poor. To poor spirit. The people would come there and say, oh, we have reached the place where people are now butchered. We have reached the place whereby people, this is the place. Oh, now we are going to die. I don't know whether we survive. That is the good Bwaga Moyo. Bwaga Moyo. Bwaga is to poor. Moyo is heart or spirit. That is Bwaga Moyo. Is a market. If you go there, you would see market where people were sold. Up to this moment, there are still signs and what they say as people to remember. Yeah.
There is
This is a sad story.
There is a memorial site there.
Yeah, this is a sad story. We have reached, I know the place, because of field engineer, we are taken to Bagamoyo there for our training, for building bridges and yeah. I saw it. This is the real meaning, the typical name of what Tanzania. So Uganda, Yoweri and Karume was the first president of Zanzibar. Of Zanzibar. Now Zanzibar was then led by what? By the Said Baragash. He was a descendant of Arabs, Sultan from Oman. He went there long ago. There many times ago there.
So now you can tell us how is your life today as the man who served those people who became president in the past?
Actually, it may disguise others, but I'm optimistic that it cannot, because the life is just a static, just going up and down. As I am here, I'm a preacher, I'm a teacher, not by profession but by calling. And I'm serving God in the church, and I thank God because I'm saved. Yeah. After having had to see that I have nothing to do, then I'm serving God. Only that's what I'm doing here. But what disguises me is, I'm not even going to be obese or to be some sort of like that. But me, I see Rwanda is trying. Rwanda is trying. Just as many nations, many like America and the others. Because when the person is from the army, they give you a house. When the person is from the army, the building, they have something to give you that will help you for the future. Even if you quitted the army abruptly, when they find you, they say, please come. You are our brothers. They can even slap you sometimes like that to discipline you, but they cannot even neglect you, to ostracize you. So me, as here, I thank God because I'm here. This is the place, this is where my mother comes. I'm a citizen of Rwanda. Nobody can even revamp me from here, chase me away here, because this is what I love this country, because my mother is of here. I know that Rwanda is trying to help its people and to help these soldiers who are coming out from the many nations